Hi, welcome back. My name is Cole,
And I'm Andrew.
and this is CTRL-AC.
CTRL-AC is the podcast where we talk about the most wonderful time of the year.
And it's not Christmas time.
We're recording this on September 1st, which means, Cole, it is Techtember. Techtember. I had to think of that.
Yeah.
It's the first month in the 4-month tech season. iPhones are around the corner. We have more phone leaks.
Always.
Products come out for the holiday season. This is prime tech.
Yes. If you're new to the show, every week we do 44 seconds on Elon Musk. He paid $44 billion for Twitter. So
That's how much time he gets.
he gets 44 billion nanoseconds on our show. So,
Have we
Andrew?
done the math? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cole, start the timer. 44 seconds.
Not calculator.
I do the same thing. I always say calculator instead of
Yeah.
clock.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Twitter wants your biometrics. So
Ooh.
basically, a new policy says that they want your biometrics, meaning your fingerprint and facial recognition stuff, for safety, security, and identification. This is not through your phone's Touch ID or Face ID. They'd have to get it some other way, like your driver's license. They'd have to go to them and get your, I don't know. But that's kind of weird. X is working on an app for your car screen, so when you're driving along the highway, you can scroll X on your CarPlay screen. And X is creating a video call app, so you can call people and do a video call with them inside X, which is kind of one of the first steps to creating the everything app. So they have your biometrics now, your Twitter, and then you have video calling. That was early. Wait a couple seconds.
A whole second and a half.
Yeah. That is this week's X news.
Speaking of news on X, somebody leaked the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So these are some interesting specs we got here, Andrew.
I have some weird feelings about the S series now. Remember when like Samsung's phones would genuinely be like the most cutting edge stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like they've fallen off? Like with S10 and then
Yeah.
S20 Ultra, like
I mean,
every
they haven't
year,
been like bad. They've just been like okay.
they've kind of hit the, what do you call it? Plateau of like innovation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'll have another burst soon, like Apple
Yeah.
with Apple Silicon. But
It just feels like they're less industry leading in terms of hardware stuff
yeah,
than they were a couple of years ago.
because like Google's got Pixel, which is, in my opinion, better.
They have Tensor.
Yeah, like
They're constantly doing.
they've got their own silicon now. So
Well, so does Samsung. It's just that
It's just not
Exynos
used.
is bad. It's used in the UK. Like if you don't buy a Samsung phone in America, you get Exynos instead of Snapdragon. But it's
Xenos,
Zednos.
Z.
Terrible.
But-
But it's like EX something.
Oh, it's EX. I thought it
Yeah,
was,
like Exynos with an E.
oh, I thought it was X.
But they would
ENOX.
call it Zedno. Okay, anyway.
Anyways, so it's got 2,000 nits of peak brightness on a flat display.
Which would actually be industry leading.
Which
That's
is.
ridiculously bright.
It's got a 200 megapixel main camera, but for Samsung, that's like compared to
just-
that's just a number.
It's just normal.
Yeah. Titanium frame, so same as the iPhone 15.
What a novel idea.
Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Who would have thought a Snapdragon 8 Gen next whatever number? And a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which isn't awesome, but like, it's a battery.
There's one thing on this phone that would be worth it to upgrade. The flat display.
Titanium frame.
Yeah, if they change one thing, the titanium.
Metal
is what's
power
gonna-
button instead of a plastic one.
action
Whoa.
button. On Android now.
Digital crown. On the phone.
Listen, that isn't a bad idea. For volume, you just have a crown on the side of your phone. AirPods Max have a crown. Why can't the iPhone have a crown?
So, it's an S24 Ultra.
It's gonna jeopardize Apple Watch Ultra sales.
With their
The phone crown is... Anyway, Snapdragon. Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's going to be about as good as this little segment was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not great. Kind of plateauing. They've kind of reached peak phone. The flat display is huge because I've never liked curved displays.
Really, I've kind of always liked curved displays because
They look great, but when you hold them,
yeah,
I don't
it's just
like
not.
'em. Don't like them.
Well, no, I feel like I like holding a flat. No, I like holding a round phone more than a flat phone because it like
Yeah, but like the display, like on the
like it
what
feels
was it?
thinner.
The S7 Edge.
Oh,
My
but like it
friend's
wrapped
dad
around,
had
didn't
that.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would like curve around the side and your palm would hit it and your case had to go like super low and it was all weird.
Just a bad phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, flat displays are nice. I'm glad we're going back to that.
Yeah.
Apple's been doing
Thank
that
you,
for
iPhone 12.
3 generations now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of phones, Pixel 8 Pro, Google just leaked it for funsies.
If you want to go look at the Pixel 8 Pro, like not a mock-up, like the literal phone,
Yeah.
you can just Google it.
It's the same phone.
It's from Google. Like a Google ad of a guy just holding the Pixel 8 Pro. So this is the 8th Pixel. So this has to be the 8th year in a row we've had deadly accurate Pixel leaks.
And specs.
Yeah, it's crazy that Google's so bad at... They're either really, really bad at protecting information or they just leak intentionally.
They just don't care.
Press coverage. It's crazy.
So it's got a 6.7-inch display, 64 megapixel front or rear camera, 16 megapixel front camera, third generation tensor chip, and 16 gigs of RAM, 5100 milliamp hour battery, 120 hertz, 1440p display.
See, so that already is like close to S24 Ultra specs.
For probably half the price.
For a lot less.
So the Ultras are like what, 12, 1300 bucks? Or are they 1,000?
I think $11.99
Is it 1200?
is S23.
And the Pixel Pros are usually about $899 or $999,
Well, but for
right?
some reason, every Samsung phone is like heavily discounted at Best Buy.
Yeah, for real.
Like the month after it comes out, you can save
because we got a
$200
Pixel
bucks.
7a for $650.
Y'all got scammed.
Oh wait, no, she got the Pro. No, we got a Pro for $650.
Well,
Yeah,
which retailed for what? Pixel 7 Pro retail price $899.
yeah,
That's not bad.
$432 on average now.
They're $432.
Or no, start at $432 and cost $534 on average.
Wow.
It's still $1,000 at Best Buy though. That's probably brand new, like on their website though. But yeah, that's a really good phone.
Yeah, it is. And Pixel 8 Pro isn't really... It's not revolutionary. That was kind of...
Yeah.
We still haven't seen any major redesign or any major innovation, if you will, since Pixel 6. That was kind of the big milestone, introduced tensor redesign moment.
But I mean, that's every other tech company, like Apple. They were on Intel Macs for literally 20 years before they built their own silicon, and Google did it in like 6 generations of a phone.
Right.
So
this should be pretty good, though. My uncle's planning on getting this, so we should be able to test this out a little bit. We'll be able to put this up next to iPhone 15 Ultra, maybe?
I feel like this would be more than a Pro, or like just 15 Pro.
Yeah, so we'll see. And that event will be October 4th. So what is that? That is
32 days, 33 days.
That's a Wednesday.
Yep.
We will be watching. Should be fun. Speaking of that iPhone 15 Ultra,
we know stuff about this too.
we have invites. On this Tuesday, Apple on their newsroom dropped invites for this event. Pull it up for a second and we'll try and like overanalyze them because there's always some kind of Easter egg. It's called the Wonderlust event.
That's an odd name.
Not sure
Where is it?
what that means. The rumored colors for the Pro are a new titanium gray, which is like a lighter space gray, like a MacBook gray. And then midnight blue, like my MacBook color on an iPhone, which should be really nice. And then the black on the 14 Pro and silver. No gold for the first time in a while.
Yeah. I mean, who do you know who owns a gold iPhone?
It was a flex with the 10 because the 10 was $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So when the 10s came out and it was in gold, everyone was like, "Look at me, gold $1,000 iPhone 10."
Pretty much.
But then that kind of wore off and no one bought it. The Apple logo on this event is like titanium particly blue, black, gray, silver. So those colors may be happening. So the normal iPhone 15s are going to be a pretty substantial upgrade from the 13 to 14 that we saw. So we're going to get Dynamic Island. And all this is based on fairly accurate rumors, but they're still rumors. So take them with a grain of salt. Not confirmed. We're not pulling a Forbes. All of the 15s will get the Dynamic Island, the 48 megapixel sensor, and USB-C.
Which is good. We like all these things.
Yes, and then you'll get a spec bump in terms of chips on the main iPhone 15. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Some better battery. The Pros will get A17, which is a 3 nanometer chip, titanium frame, rounded edges, which should make for such a nice phone to hold because it'll actually be lighter.
Wait, like rounded edge? Like
it's like
on the 11 rounded edges or rounded like corners?
Rounded corners.
Oh, okay.
So it's titanium flat, but like also slightly round. It's just not as sharp.
Okay.
It should look really good. Huge camera bump, USB-C, 35-watt charging. Should be pretty nice. We should see periscope zoom on one of the models. iPhone 15 Pro Max is allegedly the only one that's going to get that. We don't know if that's going to be called 15 Pro Max or if it'll be called 15 Ultra. There's another rumor that says they'll have 3, a Pro Max, and an Ultra. Ultra being like a one more thing. But who knows?
There's more. It's like an A17 Max.
That would be cool. Like an overclocked
Dual chip.
No, they introduce M3 and put it in the iPhone. We've taken iPhone 15 Ultra.
It would just be a small iPad mini at that point.
Yeah. It effortlessly snaps into our goggle companion to turn into a Vision Pro. Yeah, anyway. That event is about a week from when you're probably listening to this. It's Tuesday the 12th. Should be a fun one. Yes, I'm planning to pre-order the 15 Ultra or whatever it's called on pre-order day. So we should get that to review and put up against Pixel 8 Pro.
What a work of English right there.
Pre-order on pre-order day. All right, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we have a pretty fun rapid fire round.
Yes, we do.
Greeting cards and Taylor Swift. We'll be right back. So you know what else Tech-tember hopefully brings?
What?
Cold weather.
Doubt it, but yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to like sit outside with a fire pit and an outdoor kitchen and all that?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I just don't know where to get one.
Have you heard of the Complete Backyard?
No, what's that?
The Complete Backyard is an outdoor design and build company who specializes in pools, spas, cabanas, outdoor living spaces, anything that you need.
So like my fire pit and kitchen.
Right.
That's cool. How do I contact them?
For a free consultation, you can go to thecompletebackyard.com.
We have a rapid fire round, a bunch of smaller stories that we don't want to spend a ton of time on, but they're kind of fun. If you buy an Xbox or a PlayStation console, reportedly, Microsoft and Sony lose money on the purchase of the console, which is crazy. They sell it at a loss. How they make the money back is games and services. Xbox has Xbox Live Gold. PlayStation has PlayStation Plus.
Game Pass, not Live Gold. That's not Xbox Live isn't a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, you have Game Pass now. But those kind of require you to pay a monthly subscription to be able to play online with people and play unlimited games.
Yeah.
After you've already bought the console.
Right. So like you can buy the game as a disc, but then you can't play it online.
Confused parents for years when their kids are like, "Can you spend $140 on this?" They're like, "We just bought the console." Like, well, we can't play it without the subscription. It's like a Peloton.
Right.
It's useless if you don't pay the subscription thing.
I mean, you can look at it.
Right, it looks nice sitting there, unless it's the PlayStation. It looks bad, but still. So that's more expensive now. So the highest end premium plan of PlayStation Plus is $160 a year. So have fun with that, parents.
Yep, that's like $12 a month, $11 a month, like $10.50 a month.
After you've already bought the console.
Right. Plus 500 or 600 or 1,000 that you paid because you scalped it in 2020.
I used to follow the Xbox Alert Twitter thing. He had like 250,000 followers, and he would just tweet whenever a store had the Xbox Series X in stock. It was crazy. And then he would say, update sold out, like 30 seconds later.
So we all know Taylor Swift went on tour and it broke a lot of things like Ticketmaster.
The Eras tour is ridiculous. It's made like close to $1 billion. But to push them over the mark, the Eras tour is now coming to AMC theaters across America.
So you can just watch it.
I don't think people realize how bad this is going to be, because you're going to be chilling in your AMC watching, your favorite movie. And then whenever there's dialogue, you just hear, 100 Gen Z TikTokers screaming at the top of their lungs the lyrics to Taylor Swift while jumping up and down, rocking the whole building. Because remember, the Taylor Swift people caused an earthquake.
Right.
They shook the stadium that hard. So it won't be that, but you'll still have a bunch of people screaming in movie theaters. So you may want to avoid watching your favorite featured film at an AMC theater
for the next 2 months. The Verge did an ANC test, which was really interesting. They got this head dummy thing, and they took it to New York City. It has a microphone in each ear, and it records like what humans would hear. I've seen that.
Yeah. So they put AirPods Max on it, Sony XM5s, Bose QC45s, Bose NC700s, and the Bose QC1s, like the original noise-canceling headphones. And they tested all of them, and Sony XM5s won in every single category except like audio quality whilst in noise canceling.
And that was the AirPods Max.
AirPods Max. So
because lossless audio.
Yeah. So Sony, great job.
Good job, Sony.
It beat out again all of them in every category. I think every single category, but maybe one, which is kind of crazy for $350. So yeah, that video is it's a great video. Mm-hmm. Definitely watch it.
I'd still buy AirPods Max because I think they look better, but subjectively correct take. I like the way they look. Anyways, speaking of objectively wrong things.
As a company, you have a responsibility to sort of know your customer base, right?
Yeah.
Well, Call of Duty is about to lose 80 to 90% of its Call of Duty player base.
Mostly being 8 to 12-year-olds and 30 to 60-year-olds. Or 30 to 35-year-olds.
It will now use artificial intelligence
to moderate voice chats.
To actively moderate voice chats.
You're just like mid-game and you just get kicked.
For those of you who are, a little older or haven't played in a COD lobby.
Online multiplayer shooting game.
I don't think those people truly realize the absolute war crime, capital punishment
vulgarity.
Deserving. It's like it's an internet meme. COD lobbies. They're known for being
back to the lobby.
The most out of pocket, disturbingly horrible conversations.
Right.
And that's going to be monitored live by AI. I think that's a great move to do AI, because if you put real people there, that's like
traumatization.
That's employee abuse.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I mean, it is Activision. So, who cares?
But yeah. It will scan conversations for spoken violations of the game's conduct code. This is bad.
Conduct code.
Yeah.
Code of conduct.
Enjoy Call of Duty for the next couple
days
while all the players are still there, and get ready for some long load times. This is a really cool story. Hallmark and Venmo are teaming up and will let people send cash through your card. So you know when grandma gives you your birthday card and you open it, it's like a meme. You try not to notice the, wad of cash falling out. You're like, oh, there's cash in there.
Oh, but now it's taxed too.
Yeah.
Because it's Venmo. I love how on the picture for the Vergecast, it's the iPhone iOS 9.5 wallpaper.
Yeah. But Hallmark cards that are teamed up with Venmo, you can now order with your Venmo QR code. And so you preload whatever amount of money you want on there.
And they get that, but like minus 20 cents because of Venmo.
And the person will scan it and they get the money.
Yep.
Seamless. It's a little less personal. Like it kind of loses the effect of opening a card and having cash in there.
Watching the 20, 50, the $800.
Yeah.
The check.
Another thing being digitalized. Speaking of turning good physical things into a software element.
The Model 3 was redesigned.
Last night, I just opened Twitter and Model 3 was redesigned. Tesla leaked this posted this on their China page. Matt Watson from CarWow has a whole video on the CarWow channel, like walking people through the new Model 3. It's a complete redesign. So it looks really good. I never really loved the Model 3 design. I thought it looked too like round. It looks too like early 2000s.
It looks fishy.
Yeah.
It's like a catfish Camaro, but electric.
Right. So this is sharper now. It looks less like a bubble. The wheels are greatly improved. So there's a huge list of everything new. I'll kind of skim through the important parts. Range has increased 12%. 50% of the parts are new. Redesigned interior with more premium materials. There are no more stocks, which is that's what the Model S did. So now the steering wheel has the turn signals, which I just know I would not like. The wiper controls and the horn are all a wheel button.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Updated center console with real metal handles, faster wireless charger, multicolor ambient LED lighting. The first time we've seen that in a Tesla. More sound isolation. There's an uptick in the hood to let wind go over more quietly. Stiffer body. More premium sounding door thunk. That's my favorite part.
So instead of like, it's like.
Right. It's premium sounding.
Premium.
There are no fog lights anymore. All the seats are now ventilated. It has a rear passenger touchscreen like the new S and X do. New ventilation system, new sound speakers system that are more punchy, apparently. This is per Sawyer Merritt. Upgraded microphones, 65-watt USB-C charger, new wheel designs, front bumper camera possibly, new Tesla lettering on the back. Car is 8% more efficient due to better aerodynamics. And they're working on a new performance Model 3. Right now, Model 3 performance does 3.1 second 0 to 60, top speed of 162. So maybe we see a sub 3 second car, which is insane for
probably like 2.8 or 2.9
for $43,000.
Right.
You're not getting something that competes with that, stock at least.
Yeah.
So that should be cool. Range is now 629 kilometers, which for Americans is 391 miles.
So not too bad.
Not too bad. But it looks really good. The steering wheel looks new. The LED lighting looks fantastic. I never liked the Model 3 design. And this actually looks cool to me. It almost has some Cybertruck design cues. Very slight. Like the sharper grille.
Yeah.
It looks more 2023
aggressive
car. Yeah. I like it. Our last story is a Nilay Patel thread. This is hilarious. So he went to Google and he has the Google generative AI beta early access thing. So he typed, what's the coolest thing that anyone could do? The coolest thing anyone could do. Generative AI from Google said, some cool things people have done include walking to a destination, even if it's 3,000 miles away. Saving someone against all odds. Singing the national anthem for an NFL team. Being in a movie with Will Smith. having lunch with the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court.
Random.
Then it says some cool things in the world include
The Tesla Cybertruck.
skateboards,
Chewing gum.
TikTok.
Tom Ford glasses.
So, yeah. I have a couple of those things. I have an old skateboard and some chewing gum, so I guess I'm pretty cool.
But do you have a glitter mini vacuum?
No, and I haven't had lunch with the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court. I got to get on that. So then he asked Bing. He said, coolest thing anyone could do. Bing said, you can learn a rare skill. You could try some impossibly cool gadget that you didn't even know you wanted.
A glitter mini vacuum.
Such as a wireless charging stand, a glitter mini vacuum, or an electric USB lighter. Those are some pretty cool gadgets.
That's pretty unique.
You could do something good for someone else, such as give them a genuine compliment. Or you could help the environment, such as by using reusable bags. So, y'all, AI is not going to take your job right now. We're still not at that point. The coolest thing anyone can do is chew gum and, put it under a desk and then get rid of it with the glitter mini vacuum.
One of the comments is, sorry, I can't read all this. I'm late for my lunch with the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court.
That's so funny. So basically, if y'all want to be cool,
get a glitter mini vacuum.
go buy a glitter mini vacuum.
And plant some trees. Save the planet.
Go plant a tree. We won't have an episode next week, but we will be back a week from next Friday with a recap of the iPhone event. We will have new iPhones, new Apple Watch, new AirPods. Should be fun.
It's going to be pretty good.
In the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or would like to set up a lunch with the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court,
Or us.
you can X at us. I'm at Utterly Drew.
And I'm at ColeWW Web.
And we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, y'all.
Bye.